Okay, I'll make silly videos. I'll make clickbait videos. I'll make videos where I talk about stripping a lady's clothes all off and kissing her all over, but this has got to be a lady that's going to know that we're going to make, when everything is all done, we're going to make each other happy, but then I'll make serious videos. Now, if there's some new age chick out there that, I talk about somebody in the Valley of the Sun that wants to join up with me for a collab video, well, I'd be up for that. We'd have to talk and just see what our belief systems were and see how close we were to each other. But I'm open-minded. I'd be willing to talk about anything. But I'm going to give you my new method. Now, this is a work in progress. This is a beta version. And like I said, this has done some good for me. But you can, what you do slow, deep breathing for a few minutes until you get that relaxed state. I think it's, for me, I've done it flat on my back, but if you want to try the lotus pose of yoga, you can see if that works for you. I got no idea if that would because I haven't tried it, but you do the slow, deep breathing, and then my vision of the being I think was God, or the creative life force of the cosmos, I think is a white light in deep space. But you visualize yourself, your physical body, but you visualize every level of your being. I'm going to get to that in a minute. But you visualize every level, every part of yourself, being completely filled with, full of light, being part of the energy and the consciousness of the being you think of as God. And then you ask, to be taken to sources of various problems. Let's say you're seriously depressed. You want to be taken back to the source of the depression. Let's say there was a certain affliction or something. You will be taken to whatever is responsible. Let's say of an eating disorder. You might go back to time in a previous lifetime where you turned to cannibalism to survive, or maybe it's somebody completely that maybe you feel guilty. Now, most of the major belief systems do teach guilt. If you don't follow their belief system, you're guilty of this or that, and let's say you practice one of the pagan religions in a previous lifetime. I'm going to talk about thousands of years back. I'm sure they did the same thing. If you didn't worship their stone idols, you would be guilty of this or that. But, regress back to that lifetime, regress back to different lifetimes, responsible for different events, ask these the painful emotions to be completely filled with light, and have the light to completely erase these events. Let's say you watched your family die. You lived through the bubonic plague, but watch friends and neighbors and friends and family all die from the disease. You're going to be carrying a considerable amount of guilt and anger toward God. You want to fill all that with white light and have that the white light completely erase it. Because this is a work in progress, but let me get to the four bodies of man. Now, this is a basic metaphysical belief that we have the physical body, the flesh and blood meat sack of, the physical, the body that allows us to exist in this, this three-dimensional earth plane. Now, there's the astral body. Now, if you want to get an astral body, search it on, here on YouTube. You can find that. There's a energy body, which is, it's kind of, again, look it up. I don't want to get into it. And then there's the higher self. Again, look it up. If you're, the explanation is out there. I'm sure it's somewhere on YouTube if you're curious, but those are four bodies of man. But anyway, you visualize all those four bodies, add one with the being, with this creative consciousness of the cosmos. But like I said, it's a work in progress. Okay, like I said, there's going to be people that don't believe me. There's people that are going to say I'm full of crap. And, you're entitled to your beliefs. I'm not going to lose any sleep over, people not. Anyway, bye-bye.